The George W. Bush Presidential Center is a complex that includes former United States President George W. Bush's Presidential Library and Museum, the George W. Bush Policy Institute, and the offices of the George W. Bush Foundation. Whether you're a fan of the 43rd president or not, if you're in the Dallas area, this is definitely worth checking out. I'm really excited to take you along for this journey, so let's go. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, if you like the content, please remember to subscribe and smash that like button. Now, let's check out the museum. The museum is located on the campus of SMU in University Park, Texas, near Dallas. The museum also includes a 15-acre park, a full-service restaurant, Cafe 43, and a museum store. We purchased our tickets ahead of time online and they were about $26 each per adult. They do have a very convenient parking lot next to the entrance of the museum, however it is an additional $10 to park. They do make you go through a security checkpoint as well. Once inside, we checked in at the front desk, got our welcome pamphlet, and decided to check out the items on display at the main lobby. Behind glass walls, we were able to see gifts that were given to the president by different countries, as well as his paintings.
Now I'm going to begin to add some depth. Create a very interesting green. And you can see how vibrant that green is. And what I've learned is when you put that green on
Once you're ready to move on, you can either choose to go left or right. Right side of the museum is the permanent exhibit. It shows everything about Bush and his presidency, including the 9/11 exhibit and the Oval Office replica. The right will take you to the temporary exhibit, which is changed out yearly. When we were there, they had an exhibit up called Liberty and Laughter. I really wanted to see the 9/11 exhibit, so we chose to start on the left side first. As soon as you enter this exhibit, you'll get a full view of Bush's childhood growing up in Texas and his road to the presidency. We'll also see our first mini theater show.
I've been asked many times what makes up the character of a man. I think it's a lot of things. Where you proudly accept it. Understand the enormity of the presidency.
After our 3 to 4 minute movie, we walked out to see George W. Bush become President of the United States. Alright, so we've been touring around a little bit. It's actually really cool. I'm pretty impressed so far. Alright, so right to the left of me is what I've been waiting to see. The main reason why I wanted to come here is to see the whole 9/11 exhibit. So let's go. And this was the moment I was waiting for. I'm not going to talk much through this section. I'll let you take it all in silence as I did walking around this part of the museum. I tried to go slower so you can read the plaques, but feel free to pause if I go fast with anything.
those horrible moments that they were not truly alone because your love was with them.
This attack, our compassion and generous citizens have led the first phase in the war on terrorism. Out of our tears and sadness, we saw the rest of it.
After 9/11, the MLB World Series just happened to be played in New York. This is the baseball President Bush threw for the opening pitch of Game 3. They also have the pitcher's mound rubber from that game on display. The jacket was given to him by the NYPD while he visited Ground Zero days after 9/11. Now it was time for the next exhibit, which focused on the aftermath of 9/11, fighting global war on terror. I really enjoyed all the interactive screens that were available in this museum.
But if you were in a position of authority on September 11th, every day after was September 12th. You were absolutely determined that another attack.
What you're looking at here is the handgun that was taken from Saddam Hussein when he was captured. I couldn't believe I was seeing this in person. Next, we made our way to the entrance of the Oval Office. I was really looking forward to seeing this as well. Once inside, we learned this entire room was a replica of the Oval Office when President George W. Bush was in office. Nothing was actually original. Nonetheless, it was really cool to see. And I also got to sit in the big seat myself. The next section focused a lot on the Bush family, including their dogs, and had some really cool items on display. 5 seconds left, but I've been wanting to do this. Decision points. Should be pretty cool. All right.
Welcome to the Decision Points Theater. I'm Josh Holton. I served President Bush as Chief of Staff from 2006 to 2009. First, you will select which one you want to tackle. You'll get a briefing, hear expert policy advice, and
I want to do
vote on what to
Katrina.
do.
The experts will not agree
We're
on
gonna pick,
themselves.
Katrina.
But your job is to make a decision. You'll have to work fast. This experience is one of the most powerful
What do you know?
in several decades.
Levee broke yesterday, another levee broke today.
Water is rising so fast.
There's no food, no water, no electricity.
Looters run loose in the streets. Police overwhelmed by searches.
2, send in federal troops in a supporting role with no law enforcement authority. 3, invoke the Insurrection Act and send troops to restore order. You are about to select expert advice from a variety of people. Just as President Bush did, you will have to weigh conflicting points of view. On your touchscreen, each of you can record your reaction using the slider bar. At your station, you will see how you...
Look, federal troops aren't trained police officers. There's a danger that sending them in will put them in harm's way without the ability to defend themselves or the training necessary to apprehend violent criminals.
I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to...
The city's resources are overwhelmed. The police cannot cope with the crisis, and Americans are facing...
Chaotic in New Orleans. The city's Homeland Security chief says there are gangs of armed men moving around the city.
Do you realize many police officers are missing?
Ooh, let's see how we did. I don't even know what I was doing half the time.
It's time to make a decision.
Make your final decision. Okay.
Katrina flooded New Orleans in 2005. I chose to send in federal troops without law enforcement authority.
We won.
It became clear during the crisis that local and state officials
All right, that's
were
what we
overwhelmed,
picked. And we
and that
did
the
the,
governor
what
of the
Bush
state
did.
was not going to relinquish authority.
What do you think? That's pretty cool? We won. We won the game. After our decision points experience, it was time to head over to the other side of the museum, the Liberty and Laughter exhibit. This section was all about comedy and Bush's sense of humor. We have some pretty cool objects coming up as well, so stay tuned. I thought the bobbleheads were a very nice touch of comedy. Each one states the president's name, along with the nickname beside it. This is actually the clarinet and pair of sunglasses that President Bill Clinton wore and played. We'll see some photos coming up. A history of presidential impersonators. I made sure to listen to every single one, and I'll tell you what, every impersonator was spot on. I really enjoyed this. Look at that! Even in a presidential library, we spotted Elvis. The library, of course, has a gift shop, so we had to stop in and take a look. And I have one very funny clip here to send you home with. Enjoy.
You used to diss me, but soon I'll touch the brown, brown grass of home.
Well, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you all soon on the Travel Channel. Take care.